Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting developing stories. We are going to be discussing on 3 stories in this episode, starting with this report from Spanish outlet Sport, claiming that Barcelona have reached a total agreement with Leeds United superstar Raphinha. We are going to be discussing much on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking on this other report claiming that Barcelona are set to gain a few millions as Leipzig are looking to sell midfielder Iash Moriba. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. Then lastly, talking about Chelsea left back Marcos Alonso, who have reportedly hinted at a possible Barcelona move. Of course, in a recent interview, he said he's delighted to return to Spain. We are going to be discussing on everything he had to say recently. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, give the video a like, and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona have reached an agreement over personal terms with Leeds United winger Raphinha, according to reports from Sport. The Brazilian has signed a 5-year contract and is pushing for a move to Barcelona. Barca need to take the negotiations to Leeds United now, who have already rejected their opening bid of 35 million euros. The Premier League outfit in fact demand that Barcelona pay his 75 million euros release clause in full. Leeds are, however, interested in Barca's Oscar Mingueza, who could enter a possible swap deal. Fabrizio Romano reported earlier that if Leeds are relegated, the price tag on Raphinha will fall drastically. He could be sold for as less as 25 million euros, with a lot more teams fighting for his signature. Barcelona are in the driver's seat, though. Raphinha's agent Deco works for Barcelona as a scout for South American football and has been key in giving them the nod ahead of Liverpool. With Ousmane Dembele possibly leaving the club in the summer on a free transfer, Raphinha is touted to be his replacement. Ajax's Anthony was on Barcelona's radar as well, but deemed too expensive in the summer. Paris Saint-Germain have also been quoted with an interest, but one can expect a lot of changes in the French capital this summer, starting with a possible departure of Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid. Should Barca reach a middle ground with Leeds, Raphinha could be their fourth arrival in the summer after Frank Kessie and Andres Christensen and Nusser Mazraoui. Deals for Cesar Azpilicueta and possible one for Mohamed Salah and Robert Lewandowski are also being discussed, but one can expect those to go until the last hour of the transfer window. So, great step by Barcelona in the pursuit of Raphinha. Of course, reaching personal terms, personal agreement with a player is a huge step. So, Leeds United, now the club itself is the issue here because they are demanding higher than what Barcelona have. But that does not change the fact that Barcelona are leading the race. It is not going to be an easy deal to materialize, by no means. We have been seeing how Leeds are trying to make it tough for Barca. But Ousmane Dembele likely to leave, as we know. Barca have prioritized Raphinha as their #1 target as a replacement for Dembele, which I personally think they will succeed in it. So fingers crossed. Another player who was really, being monitored as Dembele replacement, of course, Anthony, who plays for Ajax, yesterday was reported that he's out of contention. Barca are not interested anymore because his price tag is way too high for Barca to meet up with. So, as it stands, Barca continue to push for Raphinha. So, Leeds United now are the stumbling block. If Leeds United come in and, of course, try to come to terms with FC Barcelona, then Raphinha to Barca will be easily materialized. So at this point in time, it is still very possible that Barca land Raphinha despite the price tag. Then on to the next story of discussion. When Iash Moriba buzzed onto the scenes at Barcelona last year under Ronald Koeman, there was a lot of excitement among the fans. The La Masia graduate quickly embedded himself into the first team setup and featured quite regularly in the second half of the 2020-21 season, even getting more game time than accomplished midfielders like Miralem Pjanic. However, the teenager's time at Barca came to a disappointing end, as he was sold by the club last summer due to his unwillingness to lower his wage demands. With his contract expiring in 2022, Barca decided to cash in on him rather than lose him for free a year later. German giants RB Leipzig ended up signing Moriba in a deal worth 16 million euros, but as per Mundo Deportivo, the Bundesliga outfit are already pondering over the prospect of selling the midfielder prospect in the upcoming summer window. Moriba hardly got a look in at Leipzig early on, under former manager Jesse Marsch, and things did not improve under his successor, Domenico Tedesco, with a youngster's attitude and application being questioned, which eventually led to a loan exit to Valencia in January. Back in La Liga, the 19-year-old has had some positive displays, and Leipzig are now keen on capitalizing on it by selling him off on a permanent basis. Should that happen, Barcelona will stand to gain financially. Indeed, Barcelona had inserted a 10% sell-on clause in their agreement with the German outfit at the time of Moriba's sale and could now reap the benefit of it, as the Saxony-based team are seriously considering offloading the teenager. Moriba has a contract with Leipzig until 2026, and his wages could prove to be a stumbling block in the club's attempt to get him off the books come summer. But should they be successful in doing so, Barcelona will gain a few millions from the operation. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona have shown interest in a number of Chelsea players this summer. Barca have their eyes on the likes of Andres Christensen as well as Cesar Azpilicueta. The pair will be free agents this coming summer and could well make a move to the Catalan capital. Another name from the Blues that has now popped up as relayed by Feature Jess is Marcos Alonso, who is currently tied with the Londoners until 2023. He has spoken about the possibility of playing for Barca. When questioned on the matter, he said, "I have a contract and at the moment I'm still at Chelsea. I'm happy, although I would always be delighted to return to Spain. That's what I can say today." Clearly, he does not have any queries about moving to Barcelona and will be open to making the move this summer. This is despite the fact that he once played for Real Madrid before moving to Bolton Wanderers. Despite the fact that an additional left-back is key to Barca, Alonso is not a priority for Barcelona by any means. Barcelona need young blood, and Alonso, at 31 years of age, is far from a long-term replacement for Jordi Alba. There is also the fact that his Spanish counterpart is considerably more productive than him on both ends of the pitch. Barca have other alternatives which they are focusing on. Some examples are Alejandro Grimaldo of Benfica, Jose Gaya of Valencia, and of course Alejandro Balde from the academy, who has a long-term contract for Barcelona. There was a time Alonso's name was mentioned, in the rumor mills when it comes to Barcelona transfers. But from the look of things right now, Barca have no interest whatsoever for Marcos Alonso. Of course, he's a left back, and there's no need bringing him. He's 31 years old. Jordi Alba is still far better than him. Barca have some other better options, younger options that they want to bring. And we don't know who Barca will bring at left back up to this very point in time. But of course, with Alonso's recent interview, he's just trying to hint that he might leave Chelsea, but I don't think Barca will ever consider the possibility of bringing him to the Camp Nou. So coolers, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye-bye.